Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
We go to our co-featured bout of the evening. Jose Miguel Cotto! 31 victories with 23 knockouts. Saúl Canelo Alvarez.
Ustedes recibió sus instrucciones. Mira, que está bien, Latino. Escúcheme, cuídate. Listos, vámonos.
Three brothers making their debuts lost.
We mentioned the official record, 31-0-1 with 23 knockouts.
A very good record. You know, and it's typical, I think, of so many guys. He was their amateur experience as professional fighters.
If at age 19, is that?
No, I don't think so, because they match him very carefully. They don't didn't have a longer amateur career. He said there's not a good amateur program.
Pushing for Alvarez, at least right now, and he seemed to feel as though opponent for Alvarez to be facing. There's a good right hand by the 19-year-old. He is wobbled by a left hook, and he's in trouble, and Cotto's jumping him. Still having trouble getting his feet under it.
You've been so successful, you don't know a lot about having to clinch.
But Cotto sure tried to get in him fast enough. It was a left hook that wobbled him.
For 140 pounds. But for this fight, they're fighting at a weight which is probably more.
Knows how long he can hold that weight.
Almost.
Time.
Recuperate now, breathe deeply. Are you good? Son, because you wanted to eat them all up, you got in too close and you...
Here you can see the shot that catches Alvarez, which is a left, hold their right hand up, protecting for a hook, but they hold it too far close to the ear, get caught with the shot. Right inside.
Well, he took his way out of the ring, so that speaks well.
A copy box count, 14 out of 47 for Alvarez. Alvarez certainly at this stage of his career. So, it will be interesting.
Part of a process of a number of promoters. Looking tired, Herrera and Morales really gone. Marquez. And here is a kid.
Hit with anything clean yet. But yeah, I'm looking at this kid. He's very good. That defensive time, I always fixing about when they keep the right hand too much to the side.
Position to land shots, whereas Cotto has to keep driving.
Quality is proper weight too, and that makes a difference too. Very comfortable.
They training together down there in Tampa.
Good hard left hand by Alvarez.
Yeah, but they're very few words, but train them about go past each other. Never interfere with them.
Alvarez and Cotto's glove touch the canvas, and Alvarez.
Listen, side to side. All right? What are you talking about? You didn't want to hit him?
Here we see Cotto coming in, landing the right hand a little too far out. The disadvantage that he has, throwing his punches too far, and he really lost his balance more than anything else.
Fighter out this moment unless you believe that the mantle has been passed featherweight weight classes, but the bottom line is that there's an opening at the top.
If he should come back from that herb stuff, come back from that adversity, that would only be...
Punches in the last minute of round two, that was something of a comeback rally,
And if Jose can keep that pressure...
Well, what Jose Cotto is doing is following young...
Emmanuel, after you analyzed...
See there, same thing again. That's enough to make you get out of balance. And then there you're there just getting it's a hook off because they always
fighting for 5 years.
That's what I was going to say. But you know what you look at? He's come from a family with 6 brothers, so he's been boxing since he was a kid.
The word Canelo, that means cinnamon. They call him cinnamon for...
All right, Richardson, Shane Mosley's trainer watches. Rafael Garcia wrapped something. Of course, in Madison Square Garden back in 2001 on behalf of his...
and Mayweather did have problems with his hands earlier in his career, and he...
More than 60 years. Round 4. Saúl Alvarez in the black and white. Harold, how do you have it so far?
2 rounds to 1. 20 of his gloves did touch the canvas. Therefore, I scored it just like the judges should. Chance to pull out round 3. So 2-1, Canelo Alvarez.
Well, I'm thrilled you go Therefore, the 1 point difference from the score that good uppercut.
If Cotto could just get a little, he could just get a little bit closer, he would be very effective.
No. Oh.
Alvarez is starting, having recovered from the shock, getting hurt by Cotto in round 1. Right hands up and under, and the body shot. Another well-placed punching by the 19-year-old.
On the inside, at very short.
He wasn't just tapping him. He was landing shots.
At the same time, Cotto,
And Cotto just followed him around and was letting him recharge without attacking him.
Starting to gain some purchase. And look at the determination of Jose Miguel Cotto, who keep top of Alvarez. Terrific test for the young fighter being provided. Mosley's dressing room. Shane Mosley, for this fight, agreed, which means that he has been tested 8, 10, maybe 11 times.
it would become routine until after considering what happened here.
In the arena, and Ali is here tonight. Power shots in round 4.
It's in a telephone press hands, which he did in some early fights.
What he was doing, and that he had been fooled into taking performance enhancement 7 years ago. Eventually, Mosley was forced to end depositions to come clean and acknowledge that he had taken both steroids.
That they were illegal, whatever. He was certainly.
De La Hoya's long-term reaction to all that is that
And what's always been interesting when he looked like he.
hard left hook by Alvarez. I think what's emerging here is timing.
Yes,
great
great
timing for
timing.
when to deliver the shots. And he's hurting Cotto with those right hands and the left hook. About 8 or 10 clean shots.
Cotto's giving some shots.
Another great superstars in the house, Ray Leonard, who fought in a fight like this against Tommy Hearns. Their experiences in the press room. And there's Oscar De La Hoya, who is a
First fight and the fight we have tonight. They had faith.
I think Floyd definitely should be the favorite, but I just don't see 4-1 at all.
real emotional response to the notion of being a 4-1 underdog. I thought something about it, right?
Yes, he would have been. The chain is maybe a little too mild when it came in and bet big money. And Hearns was a favorite when we finished the fight back and forth.
Good, extreme accurate precision. Like that.
Well, if Alvarez, that'd be a good test for him.
Yes, Cotto was giving him a good, never been that clean as much as it seems, but when he has landed good.
Why would he be fighting a strong young welterweight, new welterweight?
Well, I think he's had a long time off. I'm not sure, but I think it's time off, and he'll be fighting a good young prospect like Alvarez.
In 07 and none in 08. So he was largely an freshness to come on and fight a guy like Alvarez.
And Alvarez is very sharp.
17 punches in the last minute of round number 5. And now, as the last minute of rounds, keeps his stamina all the way through a 3-minute round.
You know,
See the
20, doesn't it? I mean,
Yes, it does. And I like the fact that he's a very well-schooled fighter.
The timing, you know, he just didn't expect him to release that punch at that moment. Boom, right off.
But the towel on? No.
Joe Santiago Cotto for a couple of fights. Power shots in round 6. Alvarez
59-54, Canelo Alvarez. Boy, I tell you, Chip, he takes a very, very good punch. You know, otherwise he would have been out of there.
Cotto landed a right hand. Best punch in a while. Most of them are partial.
well, we're going to see now in these late rounds how this youngster.
Body shot.
He throws a jab. Can you call it a cinnamon stick?
See, he's watching the entire show.
Want to say hello to your new fighter? Well, he's got a big assignment against Yuri Foreman on June 5, and for those who've not seen Yuri,
He's very well-schooled fighter.
got it, right?
Yeah, but the guys at the Foreman was throwing them guys, and nobody knocked out neither. He's not a great puncher.
Are you talking on the record?
No, I have a lot of respect for you, Foreman. Me and Miguel.
I'm not sure it's the best place in the world to be this long.
No, but Now, when this round Mayweather-Mosley was made, some of you may remember stepping back after 21 months in, quote, retirement against...
What are the possibility that we see that fight in the near future?
Shane, and then we'll go from here. I'm not scared of Shane Mosley. I'm not scared of no fight.
We just want to get it on, that's all.
Hold on. Bernard, everybody calm down.
Shane Mosley over to be a part of that, but then seemed surprised when Mosley decided that over the issue of drug testing, Shane stepped up and said, hey, I'll take any test you want.
That Mayweather was standing there and he didn't expect Mosley to jump back at him.
Fascinating to see. Incidentally, Jose Miguel Cotto had hit in both categories for Cotto. The difference, of course, he's still not landing with the same kind of impact. So the 19-year-old will emerge from this a better fighter, you think?
Yes, I think so. And the only person who's hurt has been Alvarez himself in the fight.
Cotto can give some of those good junior welterweights.
The fact that I know he's about 10 pounds overweight, and look at that, he's taking up.
Now just look how almost clinical.
Yes. There was a moment in 08, a couple of years ago, when Alvarez wins in Mexico against opponents whose names we don't know.
17 at the time, Alvarez.
And Alvarez told us that learn what he would learn from going rounds. So he says, I decided to do true or not. It's a remarkable comment for a fighter to make.
Fight like a seasoned fighter. He's rope punching wild and
round of the fight between Alvarez and Cotto, which is the last round.
After a long time ago, because what's happening is everything is going to be.
Manager Leonard Ellaby is there to watch on behalf of Floyd. That's to move forward with the wrapping of Shane Mosley's hands, and I have to assume this means on my part.
It's not a wild guess.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Alvarez was 29 out of 80 in that round. Those are exactly, and I'll probably wrap this one eventually. The notion that he's going to be going the distance here with Jose Miguel Cotto, so that Alvarez has in his head. He's trying to win the fight by decision at this point.
As it comes, but he's certainly not trying to sit on it.
I don't think there's any punching power is less than what was Bill. I think this is...
If we've ever seen a young Tyro, seeing one now. Beautiful right hand right over the top.
Cotto keeping his hands up, targeting right-hand shots, Tony Weeks, look this one. Does Tony Weeks want to allow Jose Miguel Cotto to take?
Cotto's got it.
He's throwing back, but without any velocity. Alvarez is teeing off, and Tony Weeks is going to keep his mind working as he watched and waited, and finally saw he wasn't looking for, and I think you were right. He was just winning the fight, and it happened. We're checking. 24th knockout of Alvarez's career. 32nd victory, 24th to be located and put onto the official record. He closed the show, landing.
Capital P.
Yep. Won't be the last time we see him like that, but not many. 9th round finish of Cotto.
TKO victory as referee. Tony Weeks calls a halt to the contest.
Jose Miguel Cotto's career that he's been knocked out once again. He is the older brother of the bigger trouble in the first round. I thought he was down. Referee Tony Weeks did not raid often. If you are a puncher of any kind of power at all and you land 30